Hello and welcome to another episode of Photography Out Loud. That music cuts off really quick, doesn't it? So we'll have to smooth that nice and down. Yeah, blame me. My name is Paul Davis, and as always, I'm with my colleague Joel Longbone.
Hello.
And we're back on the same camera because last week you were up at the Brennig.
I was. It's a lot warmer in here. Although my buffalo jacket was really warm.
Yeah.
Just my face was a bit cold. Although I'm definitely liking the fact I've got a beard to keep me a bit warmer than usual.
Beard to keep you warm. So, yeah.
And also, hopefully, no lagging issues today.
Yeah, because we were waiting. The punchlines were taking about 3 seconds to land.
Longer than usual.
and the rips from you about my, what was it? Turny whirnies.
Twisty, slidey.
Twisty, slidey.
So it's a likey, sharey.
Yeah, that's going to be the new outro.
Subscribey. That one's a bit harder though, isn't it? Subscribey.
Yeah,
doesn't really roll off the tongue.
Bit of a mouthful. Yeah. Yes.
Hello, David.
We are live here at Cambrian Photography in Conway.
Luxurious studio.
Yes. Which hopefully will be upgrading soon to a brand new room. We are working on it, aren't we?
We are, yeah. Not upgrading this room.
No.
But upgrading the studio, which we
hopefully wanting to do some. Yeah. Obviously, a little bit more with this channel. So, but as we said, we
might even have wallpaper.
Yeah, rather than just painted walls. So
might have comfortable chairs.
we are live. So let us know that you're watching live. Place your comments below. Say hello. If you've got any questions that you want to ask us as well, all comments.
We don't know what the meaning of life is there. But apparently it's number 42.
We could number 42.
From Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Oh right. Okay. Yes.
Ask Alexa or Siri, and other voice assistants are available.
Yeah.
I feel like I have to say that every time I mention a brand. Hello, Trish. Yeah. Good afternoon from Lockdown Conway. Oh yeah.
Yes. We will mention that a little bit as well, just before we get started as well. So, hello, Andy. Thank you very much for joining us.
Andy.
And hi, Yvonne.
Hi, Yvonne.
Nice for you to join us. So,
what camera do we use to stream? Well, this one is a Sony A7 III.
Yep.
Other cameras are available for streaming. Because when we were like not on the same camera, I was on an X Pro 3.
Yes.
With their webcam software, which was really good.
Yeah. And I believe now, sort of over the past when we were doing news and updates, we sort of mentioned that I believe most
manufacturers have got some form of another.
I'd almost go out on all now.
Ooh.
And say that all manufacturers,
probably David, will tell you you're wrong.
Gareth.
Yeah. Gareth, that's entirely up to you. I don't know how many chicken squawks were
there. No. No, I kept that one that we were questioning.
Okay.
Yeah. Maybe a little bit. So I do have to say now as well, we did notify this as a live interview with Gareth. Now,
sorry, I was reading the comment.
As
hi guys, good to see you. Yeah, good to see you too, Dave. Trying to guess who's winning the race for the longest bit. Mate, it's going to be him. He's had a well big head start on me, and I don't think I could get mine that long. I think it'd take too much effort.
Yeah,
like you probably got like last week's roast dinner in there still, haven't you?
There's something in there.
Growing, just
I
feeding
don't know what
it. Hello, hello, wrong boys.
Yeah.
I don't. Good to see you too, David. I don't know whether the wrong boys. I don't know. We need to have a T-shirt with that.
We're here for you. So whatever you want to call us.
Look at this. This is very cool. John and Carol Hughes, the father-in-law is watching, proud of what he's achieved. Special welcome to you. Ignore us too. Just pay attention to Gareth when he's on.
Definitely. Which I will mention, we did sort of place this as a live interview. Now, some of you might be aware, because we are in Conway, that we have gone into another sort of lockdown. So,
is it lockdown 2.0?
Yeah.
2.0? Or just like lockdown and a half? Or
It's
not quite locked down, but almost locked down.
It's a county lockdown.
Yeah, but it's like you can still go to non-essential shops like us.
Yeah.
So if you live in Conway, you can still come to us.
You can still come and
fully
see us.
masked. We're still doing all we can to protect everybody.
Yeah.
So if you want to pop down to the shop, that's still okay.
And if you're outside of Conway, fear not. There is always our website that you can go onto.
And there's these magic things, men and women, they come and pick up boxes.
Yeah.
They put them in a truck and they take them to your house. It's amazing. What would we do without couriers?
And we're also available for advice over the phone.
Yes.
Video chat.
Skype,
Zoom.
Other services that are available. FaceTime, Facebook Messenger video, WhatsApp
your
video.
preferable.
Twisty, slidey. Oh dear.
So yes, we did a mini pre-record with Gareth yesterday while he was still available to come and see us.
Just to make sure.
But once again, it's a one-hit wonder. It was recorded like we would live, and will be shortly going back in time.
Yeah.
I get confused
to the
with
past.
all of this. Yeah, with all this
and it
Back to the
depends
Future
on whether
nonsense.
Back to the Future. There's that one, but then if you watch Marvel's Infinity War and Endgame,
it's
they
all
go
over
into
the show.
like Doctor Strange and all of the whole time traveling thing. That blew your mind. Anyway, we won't go into the philosophical nature of it.
Indeed.
But hi, Mel and Nige and Darren. He says he didn't think you ever moved from the beach at Penmon. Just got a little hut, just there. Hello, Anne. Good to see you. And yeah, it is, but we won't get into it, David, as to the weirdness of the situation. So, but yeah, see, Gordon Davidson was listening, and he knows that the answer is 42.
Fantastic. So, yeah.
So apparently, you can ask Gordon, like you can ask Alexa.
Yeah.
And he gives the right answer.
Brilliant. Yep. Well,
I might try a mathematical sum in a minute.
Yeah. Gordon, watch out for random messages off people. You'll be getting some strange questions soon. Right. I mean, we're probably just going to jump straight into this interview.
I think so.
We've got a little bit of news at the end of the interview that we wanted to show you. And there's been a couple of releases on lenses and updates on cameras as well. So we'll touch on that at the end of the interview.
After this great interview.
After this amazing interview, we absolutely loved having Gareth here.
Yeah, no, it's good.
It was
good crap.
Always nice to see him.
Yeah.
But just to prod and poke a little bit into his photography life was amazing as well. So
it could have sounded really uncomfortable.
It could have done, and with my English, it could have come out anything like that as well. Then. So that's brilliant. So I think we'll switch over. So give me about 20 minutes.
And hello to Jason. What's up? It's the Budweiser advert from years ago. Other drinks are available.
There's going to be so many T-shirts available soon.
Yeah. The merch.
Let's catch up with past Joel and Paul as they interview Gareth Mon Jones. Thank you very much, and please welcome Gareth Mon with us. Thank you very much for joining us.
Welcome.
And thank you very much for being a little bit flexible, because you were actually going to come on live with us. But obviously we've had these slightly new restrictions put in place.
And we weren't quite sure, because it is work.
Yep.
So in theory, it would have not contravened the restrictions. But we thought better safe than sorry.
Yes.
Get him in before. So you might get either locked in or locked out.
Yeah, locked out of...
Which,
locked
depending
out
on
of
how you
Conway.
look at it, might be a good or a bad thing. I don't know. Yeah. So we thought we'd just get it done today.
Yeah, so...
Which is Thursday before 6 p.m.
Yes, that's when we're recording this.
Yes.
But you'll be watching it on the Friday.
Yeah.
So
that's future Joel and Paul.
Oh, don't start this again. Yes, it's wonderful having you. Thank you very much for coming.
Yeah, no problem. It's good to come.
Excellent.
And and you've been on before as well. So because we did the May.
Was it 20 something?
Yeah, it
Towards the
seems so long ago.
That was
now.
a crazy week, wasn't it?
It was. Yeah, it's a bit of a
Trying to get it lined up. We're gonna have to do it all again soon, though.
Are we?
Yeah, for November, for the winter show. At this rate,
yeah.
nobody's going to be able to come into the shop.
Well, there we go. You've seen it here.
So we're going to do that. Yeah, I think we've got some ideas. Well, I have got some ideas.
Okay.
You look like you don't have any ideas.
I'm finding
You're
out
just
here.
getting scared. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. We'll get it sorted.
I'm terrified
Paul
now.
still has flashbacks. Trying to figure everything out.
The hat will come out again then.
Sarah keeps giving us people, and we're like, "Yep, we'll fit them in." What about this time? What about that time? But yeah, we'll make it happen. We'll make it happen. So let's get started. Cool. Photography has been an interesting hobby during this whole situation, the C word, COVID. It's been an escape for a lot of people because they could go out into their garden. Perhaps they wouldn't have had the same amount of time as they would have normally because they've not been working, etc. Some have been held back and been very frustrated by the fact that they can't go out, rather than just out into the garden. Yeah. So what have you been doing both during the lockdown and then obviously once the lockdown kind of became less harsh? Draconian, I don't know.
Well, midway into lockdown, I bought a D90, which was converted to IR.
Ah, that's cool.
So I thought I'd make a little project of my hometown, different things. But to be honest, it taught me more than just into IR. It taught me a lot about how the light works in IR, which transfers back into landscapes. So it gives me a lot more scope of where to be. So it's been good, and it's took my mind off the dreaded C.
Yeah.
You said you learned various things. What was the most interesting thing you learned about IR or photography in general?
It's how creative you can actually be with photography.
Oh.
So, a normal green tree can be red, yellow, pink, and just having that little twist on a normal subject can, I don't know, it can be really, it can really open your eyes to what you can really do with photography.
That's cool. Because we often asked by customers if we can convert cameras for IR, which we can. We don't personally do it. We get one of our repair companies to do it, but we can do quite a lot of cameras, can't we?
Yeah.
Like Nikon is quite popular. Some people have had some of the Fujis done, haven't they?
Have.
Canon is popular as well. So if you want to find out what he's on about, because it does sound really odd until you Google it, IR
and see what it's about.
Yeah, and it does produce some really, really interesting images. Also, it helps you develop different ways of composing, doesn't it?
Yeah,
because the shift in how the color comes through or doesn't come through is really harsh sometimes and impactful.
Yeah, it's dependent on how obviously the light, which obviously foliage and all that really soaks up the infrared light. So you've got to basically compose around the light.
Yeah.
So it's
imagine that.
Yeah.
Composing around light and
Yeah.
photography.
Yeah.
No, I think that's a really interesting point, making you have to think differently.
Oh yeah.
Because we often recommend people try different things, don't we, to kind of push the boundaries of what they're comfortable with. Because did you feel comfortable or uncomfortable or just in a really alien place when you were shooting IR for the first time?
It took a few good goes, what to shoot. Then you do some research on YouTube or you get some help with your friends. And to be honest, then it was a case of going back to where I've been shooting and seeing how infrared interacts with that scene. So and once you get that out of the way kind of thing, it's kind of how creative can you get then? I was taking photos of trees outside supermarkets, trees in town, and to be honest, it's not shown any yet.
Yeah.
But it's so surreal.
Yeah.
But
so there's some people in Anglesey There's some weird bloke wandering around taking pictures of trees in Tesco or Asda.
Yeah, but it's starting. It's building that uniqueness, having something that's a little bit different as well. Do you think you're going to keep maybe the IR sort of project as almost like a personal collection, or?
Yeah, probably. It's going to be. I've started basically with Llangefni and Anglesey, where I live. It's easy to go there. I can go there. The best times with IR is, midday. When the sun's at its harshest. So it doesn't restrict me if I'm going on. Oh, I've got to go on the golden hour, or I've got to go for the sunrise. And if it doesn't work out, there's no letdown as such. But if you've got a nice clear sky with a couple of clouds, magic.
Off you go.
Yeah. The clouds do make it more interesting in the sky. It's really. And do you have any other projects that have come out of the IR? Has it made you think differently, or has it just been like, okay, IR is one thing, and then your landscape photography and the style that you have for that?
I'm not too sure, to be honest. The IR was a bit of a distraction, so to speak. But
so some people had macro photography, and you had IR photography.
Yeah.
So we sold a lot of macro lenses during lockdown. I've never seen so many macro lenses go out of this shop. It was ridiculous.
No, I started off doing a bit of macro, then a bit of figurine shooting, and I thought, I want to get out for a walk. Can't be stuck in the garden doing things like that. And there's nothing wrong with it, but I like being on the go when I'm shooting.
Sure.
Yeah,
makes perfect sense to most people. Really. So, do you have any other projects going on? You've got your IR, but
I've just finished my calendar for this year. So
watch out, guys. The calendar will be available
at the moment. It's
before January the 1st.
Yeah, put it that way. No, it's been tough trying to put pictures in. Obviously, we've been in lockdown. Most probably I've missed maybe 6 months of good.
It's quite a substantial amount, isn't it?
Good photography, to be honest. We were meant to be going on Barnsley Island for April for a week, and I hadn't seen clear skies ever. Honestly, it was the best week I've ever witnessed in my garden. But full knowing I was meant to be on Barnsley Island, the Milky Way,
Oh wow, that's so okay. Let's move on to that. The Milky Way. Yeah. Everybody loves a good Milky Way shot. Now, have you managed to capture the Milky Way much this year?
To be honest, last month, what was it? September. We're in October now. Yeah. So last September,
just today.
this September, it's been really good, to be honest. I've been waiting for a shot of South Stack for about 2 years. I just didn't get the conditions. Either it was too windy or too much dew in the air. But 2-3 weeks ago, I sat there waiting for the Milky Way to come aligned with the lighthouse, and I had a long exposure, and I had massive good feedback on the picture, to be honest.
Now, talking about the feedback, what sort of feedback did you get?
Positive. Everything was positive, to be honest.
From who?
There's a lot.
Because there was a few awards and mentions that you got.
Oh yeah. It was Photo Speed. I do this. It's like a weekly competition with Wex and Photo Speed, and there's little.
There are other photo retailers
available,
like us,
and we may or may not chicken squawk.
Blasphemy. Some of the retailers and their competitions. Yeah, definitely chicken squawk. People would be like, which one is it?
Just squawk it all out.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, it was a nice surprise to finish, because I obviously worked quite hard to getting the shots.
It sounds like a lot of planning goes into trying to get things to align, and then also to have a clear enough night, because
and
if anybody's ever tried to take a picture of the Milky Way
or the
clouds,
or lighthouse, to be honest, but I did my research about two years ago, and there was a little technique used at black card.
Right.
So it was a case of every time the lighthouse rays came through the foreground, I'd have to stop it with a black card
Right.
while still exposing.
Yeah.
And then pull it off where I wanted that last ray to be or the first ray to be. So it was a bit of a
See how it goes.
yeah, it
sort
was
of
a
thing.
timing nightmare to be honest.
Yeah.
I know the time off by heart now, so so it was good. And when everything comes together,
That's the sense of achievement.
yeah, definitely.
Because that image was
It was, yeah,
bob on.
absolutely bob on. And yeah, quite rightly so.
We need to print it
Yeah, yeah. We can
on store.
stick it on 4 and
Yeah.
see how it comes out. Yeah.
No, that's cool. I like hearing stories of shots that have been worked on and built up, and that kind of
Yeah.
preparation and discipline to.
I bet it
to that
felt
point.
really great as well.
Oh,
knowing
yeah,
that knowing that you've like had it almost synced up for 2 years,
Yeah.
and knowing that everything's just sort of falling into place, so you
Yeah,
can
it
take
was-
that shot.
Did you
It
do
was-
like a success kid?
Oh, it was a big,
Like yes,
it was a big boom. Shout out.
Yeah.
the wildlife work.
Yeah,
What's this guy doing?
it was like a cool when he came to get on the computers as well, you know. So when I merged,
Whole family like, Dad, are you alright?
so when
He's
you
lost
merge
the
in
plot
two
again.
photos, so you black card on twice.
Yeah.
You know, the bottom shots, the foreground had to line up with the upper shot
Yeah.
basically. So it was a case
So
of
if it was too windy and if you'd
Yeah.
knocked it when you did the black card, or
yeah.
it's quite a lot of variables.
Yeah. So if the rays weren't lining up, obviously Photoshop or Lightroom would spit it out and say no, thank you.
Yeah.
And you know,
Not
plenty of them.
today.
Yeah. And you know, it's nice to get it right in camera.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
So it's definitely an achievement, isn't it?
Oh no,
To
there is. Yeah.
not have to faff about with stuff too much, despite having a bit of Photoshop fakery.
Yeah.
So, have you got anything that you're trying to achieve next? So you've achieved your 2-year dream of lining up South Stack and the Milky Way with the
Yeah.
rays. Is there any other shots that you've got? Not that you have to tell us, because there might be other people
Yeah.
sneaky goes, I'll get that shot first. But like, is that something you constantly do? Is there always in your mind like, oh, it'd be cool to get the Milky Way lined up with that, or I'd love the moon to be in this place, or the Aurora Borealis? Or
Yeah,
whatever?
you know, I think was it last Sunday we had a bit of an alert with the Aurora.
Quick,
and-
get in the car.
It was a case I was coming from, where was it coming from? Talacra. And I just ordered pizza for the kids on the way back. And I basically had to pick up the pizza, drop it off, and shoot again.
Wow.
Just to make sure I get half a chance of getting something decent. But we did get, what, tinge of green, but nothing much. So, but it just gave me a good kind of...
I want to see that part of like the kids just getting a pizza thrown at them. Later. I'm going again.
Well, if
The
they
Aurora
know,
calls.
they should have all the apps ready. You know, like the lightning apps
Yeah.
and the Aurora.
Right, Dad's
Just
off.
like dad's not going to be here.
When they're older, like party when this goes off. When the Aurora
Don't
alert goes off,
Don't.
Dad won't be in the house. There's going to be a load of teenagers on Anglesey with alert apps on their phone.
Oh.
Right. When it pops,
what you want.
he's gone. Oh dear. So it'd be interesting to see the other things that you've got. Hopefully, it doesn't take 2 years for you to get the
Well,
other
yeah.
shots that you want.
Yeah.
But another interview in 2 years' time and ask you how many shots you got.
I've got something else here. So I think that's the beauty of it. Sometimes, you know, like where you go in and if you know what learning, but you know,
So you enjoy the process and not just the end result.
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think kind of we were speaking to Gary about that, weren't we?
Yeah.
In the sense that
It's the whole experience.
yeah, if he didn't like wildlife, he'd probably be there for 5 minutes. And if an osprey didn't turn up, he'd be like, sack that.
Yeah.
Like, but because he really loves wildlife and the whole being outdoors, then waiting hours and hours on end for that one shot doesn't
Yeah.
phase him. So would you say that that's the same
Yeah,
for
it's
you? That
exactly
you,
the same. Yeah. You know, I've spent numerous nights on the cliffs on South Stack waiting for that, you know,
That
alignment or the
Yeah.
conditions to be right. You know, obviously not being there every night, but that'd be, But you take calculated, chances.
Yeah.
Basically.
I suppose that's there's a lot of landscape photographers that could probably work for the Met Office at this point.
Yeah. Experts in the range.
Meteorological experts going, so the skies will be clear tonight. But I think that's interesting, isn't it? How a photographer quite often isn't just a photographer. They have to bring in all different disciplines to achieve the results that they want. So that with the wildlife photography, you've kind of got to be a tracker and kind of be able to understand how animals work to find them so that you can get that picture that you really want. And I suppose it's the same for like portrait photography, isn't it? You can be an excellent photographer and still not get great portraits if you're not like a people person and work on those relationships.
With portrait photography, it's about making someone feel comfortable. Yeah. So you can photograph sort of their true self. More than anything. So, if you refer that back to sort of landscape photography, it is knowing the land, knowing what the weather's going to be, and
how it's going to react to the landscape.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So that's brilliant.
And also bringing together the techniques and skills, because you obviously develop those over time. Like you said about the black card.
Yeah,
that was something you had to develop and
find out. And it's paid a lot of dividends for me on that picture, but it was worth going through that thing so they can get it right in camera. So I could have easily put light rays on, Photoshop, and deep down, I don't know, I basically, cheated myself out of that photo. But okay, 2 years is a long time for one photo, yes, but the satisfaction I've had that from it, it's pretty sweet,
Yeah, definitely. Sounds good to me.
I think you've got to be deep down happy with what you take, and then it means that you can put it out into the world with confidence.
Yeah. If you're happy with it, I'm my worst critic.
I think everyone is, to be honest.
It's one of those photos out there on the laptop or on the computer. I'm just not showing anybody because I think if they only found out that's a bit soft, or I just pin. They say pixel peeping.
Yeah, but I think there's a balance, isn't there, in photography, where there's the image and the emotion, and then there's and the creativity of it, and then there's the technical side of. It's almost like an artist and painting, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, I got that paint brush mark in the wrong place, or I didn't use enough this and that to get it just right. But I think the emotion of photography, and especially landscape photography, that's if you don't do it for yourself, there's not many commercial circumstances where landscape picture's going to make you enough money as a commercial photographer.
It's definitely more of an art form, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not like taking pictures of products, is it? Where it just has to
has to go out.
Like unless it's a lifestyle shot where it has to have some emotion to it. If it's just on a white background, you're just churning through them. There's not much emotion in that. But landscape photography, you can't just churn out shots.
No, exactly. Because they'll all look the same, wouldn't they?
Yeah. And that's the interesting thing as well, seeing so many of our customers who are really into the landscape photography, developing all of these different styles.
What? I love it.
The same subject quite often.
Yeah.
When some of them have gone out together and they've been out on the same night, but yet their images look completely different and incredible in different ways. I find it really exciting
and watching people over the years as well.
Oh yeah,
sort of as their style develops.
Yeah,
100%. No, it's good, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's probably one of the best parts about working.
I love it.
Although it's probably the worst thing about working in a camera shop, because I think, I'd like to take some nice landscape shots. I see people shots like, it wasn't good. No, I'm not going to bother.
we do see a lot of good stuff, and it's just like
I don't have the time to get that good. Do you know what I mean? That's an understanding I have, is that you don't just go out and get a shot.
Yeah,
you have to take the time and build up your tools to get.
Or maybe you could always go on a workshop with somebody like.
Nah, I'm being honest, that wasn't set up. That was a really good segue. Flipping heck. You're getting good at this.
Stop it.
He's right though. Sarah has been out, hasn't she, with you? And she said, he's gone. And she was saying how impressed she was with your ability to teach her things, because Sarah loves her landscape photography. Anybody who knows Sarah, like her happiest moment is in her van with a camera, like going out, taking pictures. Like she gets giddy. It's just, it's like the world's best thing for her, which is amazing. And it's great that you've been able to like help her like understand different things and techniques, and she like comes back and goes, look at these shots I got. And she was saying how impressed she was that you were able to like teach her as well, and you on her camera with you, like you just were there to.
Yeah, I think it's important that if you're trying to, you know, adapt somebody's way of looking at stuff, it's not to basically force them, it's maybe to have them see what you're seeing.
Yeah.
And it's a lot easier than trying to put, you know, boundaries or rules on things. I think it's a lot, you know, somebody's creativity is somebody else's creativity. It's not mine, it's theirs, you know.
Sure.
And if they like what they see, you know, I can point to, well, if you nudge it this way, or if you catch that light there, that scene would be maybe twice as better, or you know, kind of just a little tweaks, or you know, it's not teaching, it's
trying to just bring it out of people.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Well, that's unique and different.
And
I haven't heard, you know, teachers doing it that way before.
Because people have been asking us about workshops.
Yep.
And we are working on workshops.
Yep.
We had one lined up.
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
And just with the current situation, we have to obviously be very careful that we're COVID secure, make sure that we're not allowing any restrictions to be broken or whatever. So look out, and we'll try and get some lined up.
Hopefully.
And then we'll be able to, hopefully you'll be able to see how good Gareth is in terms of the tuition side, because I don't think anybody can argue that his skills as a photographer are in question. But just because you're a good photographer doesn't mean you're a good tutor, and also because you're a good tutor doesn't mean you're a good photographer.
Yeah.
But Sarah seems to think you're both.
Okay.
You didn't know where that was going, then, did you?
Pretty good.
Yeah. So look out for the workshops. And do you have social media or a website that people can go and check out your work?
I'm in the process of making a website. It's been, you know, I've been umming what to do with a website, and now it's come to a point where I'm thinking, I need a website.
Sure.
Yeah. So my Facebook page is Gareth Mon Photography Service.
Yeah.
And
which will float above your head or something.
Yeah.
In several places, probably. Maybe just circles his head.
And obviously the Instagram, Gareth Mon Photography.
So if people want to contact you, they can
get
through
just on Facebook at the moment.
Yeah. Oh, that's
Facebook,
brilliant.
Instagram,
Well, thank you very much for joining us.
Yeah, definitely.
Thank you.
It's been lovely having you here. So
we'll have to go out and do a video with.
I think so.
You.
Yeah. Once we're okay to do so.
I'm not waiting 2 years though.
No. A 2-year video.
Yeah. Be good though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would be.
It'd have to be.
Okay, so thank you very much.
And Back to the Future, Joel and Paul.
I've got to do my bit first.
Oh,
have I? No,
because because we'll talk after it, won't we?
Okay.
Like we always do.
Well, that's fine then. Back over to you guys. Oh. There we go. Silly Paul. Doesn't know when he's supposed to be doing
the operator.
Things. Yeah, no, definitely. And you may have noticed that we didn't actually float anything above Gareth's head. Once again. Sorry. But we will post some links in the description of where you can find some of Gareth's work, and also how you can get in contact with him if you're interested in any of his one-to-one workshops. Like Joel said, we did have something planned. We've had a couple of comments about it in the comments, questions in the comments, I should probably say, about when we can do them. Once again, just sort of going over that as and when we can, when it's safe to do. Though.
We'll let you know on here.
Yeah.
And Facebook newsletter. All the good ways of communicating. Good news, like workshops again.
Yes.
Because we've missed workshops.
Yeah.
It's great fun to see everybody learning and enjoying, getting to meet new people or the same people and enjoying photography together. So, yeah, even more people. There we go, Steve. Hello, Steve. Now, talking about nightscape photography,
yes,
it can quite often get chilly.
It gets very chilly.
And it's getting even chillier now. And the nights are drawing in.
It's a bit cool walking to work today, John.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, I almost
maybe
needed
walk
some
faster.
gloves.
Yeah. Stop dawdling. So, and given the fact that we have teamed up with Crib Cork in Llanberis, I got it right, not Capel like a few weeks ago. We have some gear for you. So if you're into your evening photography, or if you're a dog walker, cat walker, parrot walker, whatever pets you may have that you take for a walk when it's cold and dark, gloves are very useful.
Some mittens.
We've got very warm socks from Bridgedale in various colours and sizes, which is always helpful. And we have these very, very good black diamond head torches, which Sarah thoroughly recommends. I think she said she had the 225.
Yeah.
Which I think is that one. So great for not tripping over or falling down holes, potholes, and other such things that may catch you out whilst it's dark and you're walking the dog or the parrot.
I think we've
cat.
I think we sold a couple of today.
Yeah,
so
we did.
There's obviously people realizing that the nights
been
are
selling
running a little
coats
bit.
as well and trousers.
Yeah,
because they've realised that the weather is turning a little inclement.
It's getting there. Yeah. So,
but it means you get great shots as well. Like winter shots are great.
Yeah,
so you have lots of winter. It's not winter yet. Sorry, autumn.
Autumn. Yeah, steady on.
People be like,
we've already thrown enough of this year away.
So. Yes, freezing in our house. The heating has only just been on. Our heating's been on a few times.
I refuse to put it on yet.
I've got an excuse though. I do have a very small child.
Yeah,
an 8-month-old. So, got to keep her relatively toasty. Otherwise, she won't be a happy one.
Yeah, that is very, very true. Yeah.
But yeah, if you're feeling chilly, we sell coats, trousers, and all of these lovely things. I read that backwards, Sarah said.
Oh, right.
Very bright, but you can dim it down.
Right.
I just saw dim it down. I went, what? So, yeah, there we go. An endorsement from Sarah for I think it was this one she said. So, now, the news.
Indeed.
Da-da-dun. We've had a few interesting things come out this past week or two.
We've had some lenses.
Yep, we've had the Sigma 105 2.8 DG DN macro lens for mirrorless cameras. So that's going to be very interesting because Sigma are definitely putting a lot of effort into
their L mount and also the E mount.
Yeah, and the stuff that they're producing, as they always do, is very, very good. So we're quite excited to get our hands on that and have a play.
And once again, from what we're seeing from this particular lens as well, so rather than just sort of converting the ones that were for
wherefore our words
that were for DSLRs and converting them to digital, which is making them a bit longer. This has been built up from the ground up for full frame mirrorless,
and it's got elements of glass that do impressive things,
amazing things. Yeah, it is available on our website, so if you wanted to check out the full spec on the new Sigma 105 DGDN, go over to the Cambrian website, which is cambrianphoto.co.uk.
Put all these letters and numbers on the end.
No, it's to say that it's specifically for mirrorless.
I know. Right, and also Tamron,
who
also make great lenses, have made the world's smallest telephoto zoom lens for Sony E-mount, which is exciting if you own a Sony.
Yes.
So it's 7300. It's the RXD range. So we use the 2875, and it is really, really good. So we're interested to see what the 70-300 looks like. And they've got various exciting coatings and glass that's in there, and it's only 545 grams, which in old money is 19.2 ounces. Now, for all of you Nikon lovers, supporters, or potentially people who want to go to Nikon, the Z6 II and the Z7 II are coming on October the 14th. Now, I'm going to say they'll talk more about it on that day.
Yes.
There won't be stock available.
No.
But it's going to be great because it's got dual card slots because it's got CF Express and an SD card.
Nice.
So it's not using
the XQD system.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah. And it's improved the autofocus for face, eye, and animal detection. So it'll be interesting to see the animal detection. Dual X-speed processors, a faster maximum frame rate, and a larger buffer, which is always a good combination to have. When you increase one, you probably should increase the other. 4K at 60p, which is great if you're into video. And also, it'll take a proper battery grip as well for vertical shooting, which portrait photographers love. Yeah, particularly because it does make life a lot easier than having to do all this. So it'll be interesting to see how that stacks up because Canon with the R6 and R5,
everyone's really up the game.
It's that combo thing, and Sony are now like on version 3, 4, and these guys are on their version 2. So they're kind of closing that gap. So it's going to be interesting, the full frame mirrorless market and how they're going to perform. So hopefully that'll be interesting. Yeah. So I can't think of any other news.
No, I think that's everything. I think we had a little glitch on Facebook.
Hopefully.
So hopefully we're still there.
Let us know.
Yeah.
Just talking to fresh air.
So I didn't interrupt Joel because it said we were back up and running. So, but hopefully you didn't miss any of all that exciting news that Joel has delivered. So, and if we did, you'll have to rewatch it somehow. So.
Yeah.
No, that's brilliant. So, so we've got some nice warming accessories here.
We do.
We've got some lovely stuff coming out from Sigma, Tamron.
Plenty of things to spend or put on your Christmas list or spend your Christmas money on.
Yes. Yeah, we need to.
It's not very far away, people.
Now. Yeah, it's only around the corner.
Yeah, and we've got our winter show coming up, so I'm sure we'll have some.
You need to sort of tell me what we're doing for that soon. But we will be doing it.
Ages, mate.
We will be doing it.
Still only the beginning of October.
Exactly. So, so exciting times ahead.
Exactly.
So, any final thoughts before we break up for this weekend, Joel?
No, just have a great weekend, and obviously stay safe in the current circumstances. And let us know. Have a look on our website, or give us a call, or an email, or a message if you are interested in anything or not sure about something. We're always here to help.
Yeah. You can always get in touch with us, like Joel said, over various different ways of getting in contact with us. So anyhow you want to contact us, you can do that. So even on the comments here as well. So thank you very much for your live comments. It's always nice seeing them. Always nice seeing you here joining us every Friday as well. So that's lovely to see. So if you haven't done already, please make sure that you like and share this video with all your friends.
Share, subscribe.
Yeah, sorry, likey, share. And make sure that you subscribe to our Facebook and YouTube. Now, I did look at some statistics last night, and only 26% of our viewers are subscribed. So make sure that you go over to our channels and make sure that you subscribe to us. So
want to get those
got a bit angry then, didn't I? Yeah. No, it's absolutely wonderful having you here. So from me, Paul, and Joel, everyone have a good weekend, and we'll see you next week. Bye-bye for now.
Cheers. Bye now.